Y'all, we gotta talk about this. Have y'all seen this movie? Have y'all seen this movie? Alien Romulus. This was the film I was most anxious to see this year, and oh my God, it was good. First of all, I knew Fede Alvarez plus Ridley Scott would equal badass horror. It's like having Jamie Lee Curtis and John Carpenter together for a Halloween movie. That movie is gonna be good. And it was. But the thing I like about Fede Alvarez is how he knows his way around a camera. The cinematography was amazing. This movie is art. Alien Romulus goes back to the basics with modern twists. It takes place 20 years after the first Alien movie from 1979, and I like that. While all this crazy shit was happening, Ripley was floating adrift in space in hypersleep. Throughout this whole movie, that was constantly in the back of my mind. But this is about a group of runaway teenagers who want to escape a doomed life on a mining planet and go back home. So they hatch a plan to go to this derelict space station to steal cryopods so they can get home. It's a 9-year journey back to their home planet, so they need the cryo sleep pods to make it. And of course, while they're there, they run into a minor pickle. Just a minor issue, you know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. I'm not trying to glaze this movie up like how some creators do and influencers do with mid-movies. I'm not trying to do that. But I am fully serious when I say that this was the best Alien movie within the franchise, and this was the scariest Alien movie within this franchise. It takes a little bit getting there, I'll admit. It does take a little bit getting there, but once it gets there, it is non-stop. I'm so serious. It is non-stop. Probably the scariest part to me was when Rain, Andy, and Tyler had to walk down that corridor that was filled with face huggers. I mean, there's like more than 15 in here. Something new we learned is that the face huggers track by detecting noise and body heat. So they had to raise the temperature of the room to match their body heat and be silent, walking through this dark corridor. This was so scary, man. And let's add tension to this by having Isabella Mercedes' character call them because a fully adult Xenomorph is breaking out of his cocoon and it's after her. This movie had great acting. Everybody had real great chemistry with each other. Dialogue and scenes felt real. There were hard choices to be made, like even though we got the face hugger off of Navarro, do we kill her because there's a 60-40% chance it already impregnated her? Or another choice, do we talk to Kay, who's in serious danger, when we ourselves are in serious danger and we can't make any noise? Shit like that. There were hard choices throughout this movie. This movie was so scary. Also, like how it showed things about the Xenomorphs that we never knew before, like how the face huggers track by seeing body heat or seeing the cocoon stage of a growing Xenomorph. We never saw that before. They gave us more lore into these creatures, and that made things more interesting. I feel like this must have been how it was for people back in 1979 when they first saw that first Alien movie, how scary it must have been to them. You know, I've always wanted to experience that with the Alien movie. Just experience the cringe and the fear that people from the 70s experienced. I never got that. You know, those movies are old, so there's never a real fear when watching them. But this, oh, I experienced it. I experienced it sitting, when I was watching it, I experienced it, you know, after the movie was over. Oh man, Romulus delivered. Romulus fucking delivered. So much of it felt like the first movie, but at the same time, it wasn't a copy and paste. Look at this shot. Look at this shot, man. These scenes that I'm using, these were all recorded, but look at this shot. This was so cool. Kaylee Spaney's Rain was a good character, and I like how she was in a situation that was even more dangerous than Ripley ever found herself in. Rain was much younger, no combat experience, no knowledge of what these things are. Ripley, first of all, in that first movie, Ripley only had one Xenomorph to deal with. In the second movie, she had Marine soldiers backing her up. Rain is much younger, she's a teenager, no combat experience, and she's living alien and aliens at the exact same time with no help, and an android who is wishy-washy. Rain was in a much more dangerous situation that Ellen Ripley ever found herself in. I have no complaints. I have zero complaints about this movie. Now, one thing I will say is that before I saw this movie, months before it even came out, I read something online like behind the scenes where they said that there was a scene in this movie that was like so gross. They've never done a scene like this before in any other Alien movie, and it was so gross to where even the directors had to turn away. Like, it was something they have never done. It's jaw-dropping, something like that. Watching this movie, I didn't see anything like that. There were disgusting, spine-tingling moments, but for me personally, I didn't see anything that was gut-wrenching like the way they're describing. I'm serious. And maybe it's me. Maybe I'm just so used to watching these films and other horror movies that it's like, I've seen all this before. And everything they showed was good. Everything they showed was gut-wrenching. It was spine-tingling, makes you want to throw up. You can't watch this while you eat. I'm not denying that. It was all great. However, these type of movies always has scenes like that. I didn't see anything in this that was worse than anything I haven't seen before within this franchise. But again, maybe that's just me. Maybe I completely miss what they're talking about. Maybe to other people, it's like, you didn't find this disgusting? No, I didn't. It could just be me. I didn't have any complaints. I loved this movie. I love Alien. I've been collecting the comics for years. Look at this. I stay reading the books. My favorite of all time is Alien Dead Orbit. If you've never read that, I talk about that all the time. If you never read that, you should definitely read it, especially if you like this franchise. This movie had fan service. They brought Ash back. They did so much. I knew it would be good. I knew it. 10 out of 10. This movie is a 10 out of 10. Yup. Perfect. Perfection. I honestly wish I saw this on opening night, maybe got some merch, the Alien popcorn, the Xenomorph popcorn bucket. I wish I did that shit, but I'm definitely gonna be getting some merch now. I'm thinking about getting a face hugger, maybe. Oh man, those things are terrifying, man. Guys, let me know down below what you thought of Alien Romulus. Let me know what you think of this overall series. I cannot wait till they make another one. If they never made another one, that'd be okay, because this movie was perfection. That's how good it was. I hope they make another one, but if they never do, it's all right. But let me know what you thought down below. Be sure to give this video a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.